Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome back to Thrive with Stride. I hope you guys are doing great. So tonight, guys, we saw Harry and Meghan, Serena Williams as well, and her husband and her beautiful little girl. Oh my gosh, guys, it was a beautiful night at the ESPY Awards, the 2024 ESPY Awards, where Harry accepted the Pat Tillman Award for his service. Okay? And guys, Harry did get up on that stage and he did kind of answer the critics. He did answer them. Okay? So, when Harry got up on the stage, this is exactly what he says. He said, I stand here not as Prince Harry, Pat Tillman Award recipient, but rather a voice on behalf of the Invictus Games Foundation and the thousands of veterans and service personnel from over the 20 nations who have made the Invictus Games a reality. This award belongs to them, not to me. There you go. That's all he had to say. This award belongs to them, not me. This is not about me, he pretty much said. And then he went on. That said, it's of great importance to me to highlight these allies, athletes, and their amazing families for their achievements, their spirit, and their courage at every opportunity, especially on nights like this. So it's pretty interesting. And as well, he also did acknowledge Pat Tillman's wife, Marie Tillman, and he also acknowledged his mother, Mary Tillman. He acknowledged her and pretty much said he understands, when you lose someone, pretty much. Because, hey, Harry lost his mom at 12 years old. And Harry was so gracious when he talked of Mary Tillman. That was really gracious of him. It was really gracious and big of him to do that. Because, of course, we know when Mary Tillman talked about Harry, she said that he was divisive, that he was divisive, and she didn't have much nice things to say about Harry. But Harry kind of turned the other cheek, and he was really, really respectful about her. And yeah, I'm actually happy that Harry was, he did mention her, because Harry does, it's just showing you he doesn't hold things in his heart. He understands that she is a mother who lost her son. And Harry is he was a young boy, 12 years old, when he lost his mother, tragically and suddenly. So they kind of have something in common. They do have something in common. And that's why I didn't understand why Mary Tillman, Pat Tillman's mother, why she was so harsh with Harry. I didn't understand why she was so harsh with him. And, because they kind of went through similar things where they lost someone they loved very tragically. And yeah, you would think that she would have had a little more compassion for Harry. But, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, I was so happy to see Harry and Meghan, and I'm glad to see that he kind of inadvertently, he answered his critics and let them know that this award is not about me. It's about them. It's not for me. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to them. I love that. I love that Harry said that. And he kind of addressed everything in 2 sentences. It is very simple. And of course, Duchess Meghan was there. Princess Meghan was there. And of course, like I said before, Serena Williams, she was the host of the event, and she did acknowledge Harry and Meghan in her monologue, opening monologue, and she did make a little joke about Harry and Meghan. Oh, she's like, oh, don't breathe too much. You might take up all the air. That is in response to a lot of the things that come out of the British media that say stuff like that about Harry and Meghan, they're just being there, just being around, they take up a lot of air. it was just, she was making fun of the British media and the stuff that they say sometimes. But yeah, she was actually funny and she did a great job. And yeah, I mean, listen, I want to see I love what Meghan was wearing. Let me see if they actually have it here yet on what Meghan wore. Let's see. But they're saying that it did her dress looked like, her second wedding dress, and that was my favorite dress. I between her wedding dress and her second wedding dress, I love the second one, the halter top dress. That was really, really gorgeous. And okay, so this is what it says here. So it says here, Duchess of Sussex joined her husband at the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles on July 11th for the awards show, where the Duke of Sussex was honored as this year's recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for Service. Meghan dressed up for the date night in a custom white halter gown by Oscar de la Renta. Okay. Paired with black strappy sandals. I'm not sure if those were her Aquazzera shoes that she likes to wear. I'm not sure if those were those. But she was wearing a white halter gown by Oscar de la Renta. So the statement dress shared an uncanny resemblance to the one she wore in 2018 as her royal wedding reception dress. And it goes on here. After sporting a custom Givenchy design by Claire Wright Keller for her walk down the aisle, Meghan changed into a lily white high halter neck gown with an eye-catching open back for the evening party. On both occasions, the Duchess of Sussex wore her hair pinned back and parted down the middle. She even tapped the same makeup artist for the similar look, her longtime friend Daniel Martin. Martin was behind the Duchess of Sussex's beauty routine on her wedding day and also posted on Instagram that he did the makeup for the ESPYs. Oh wow! Right, in ESPYs with my besties. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. And it goes on here. Speaking to The Guardian ahead of the royal couple's 2018 wedding, McCarthy, who is the daughter of rock and roll royalty Sir Paul McCartney and the late musician Linda McCartney, was careful not to reveal the fact that she, in fact, was the one of two trusted female British designers tapped to put together Meghan's bridal look. How many designers have you said that to today? She said in response to the publication's reporter asking if she had any involvement in the ceremony. So basically, she's wearing Oscar de la Renta. That was just a little they're talking a little bit about Meghan's wedding dress and her second wedding dress, I should say, which was my favorite dress of, between the two. But I mean, they're both gorgeous, but I prefer the second one. That, that was basically it. Yeah, I mean, they look gorgeous. They look beautiful. I mean, what else am I going to say? I mean, all of them. I mean, they're Serena with her husband and her daughter, Harry, Meghan. They all look gorgeous and beautiful. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I will see if I can put a little bit of Harry's speech. I don't know if it will be allowed, but we will see. I'm going to put a little bit of his speech here and we'll see how it goes, guys. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the night, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Elizabeth, Israel, and Kirsty. Stay here. You need to be with me. I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to everyone at the Pat Tillman Foundation led by Marie Tillman-Shenton, who I'm so honored is here tonight. I'd also like to acknowledge the Tillman family, especially Mrs. Mary Tillman, Pat's mother. Her advocacy for Pat's legacy is deeply personal and one that I respect. The bond between a mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses. The truth is, I stand here not as Prince Harry Pat Tillman Award recipient, but rather a voice on behalf of the Invictus Games Foundation and the thousands of veterans and service personnel from over 20 nations who have made the Invictus Games a reality. This award belongs to them, not to me. That said, it is of great importance to me to highlight these allies, athletes, and their amazing families for their achievements, their spirit, and their courage at every opportunity, especially on nights like this, in front of people like you. Moments like these help us reach those that need Invictus most and reduce more than 20 veterans a day taking their own lives in this country alone. For those who may not know, Invictus comes from Latin, meaning undefeated or unconquerable. Nelson Mandela credited the poem of the same name, written by the poet William Ernest Henley, for giving him the strength to endure nearly 30 years of imprisonment. Like that poem, the spirit of the Invictus Games transcends race, time, and borders. It is born from unity and exudes purpose. This year, we're celebrating 10 years of witnessing life-changing impact and healing through sport. And while so much progress has been made since those first games, the world outside seems to be in an even more precarious state. We live in an age marked by polarization and division. Conflicts rage around the globe. Anger and resentment towards those who are different seem to pervade societies everywhere. Our community challenges that. Our community proves that unity is not just possible, but formidable. The beauty of the Invictus Games lies in how it brings people together, no matter one's nationality, background, or personal struggles. It is a collective built from courage and mutual respect, where athletes discover time and time again the common denominator of their humanity. Having survived the crucible of armed combat and forged through the challenge to rebuild bodies and minds impacted by conflict, they form a family. They exemplify the very best in all of us. There is a military expression that dates back to Roman times. I'll spare you another Latin lesson. But the phrase translates roughly to leave no one behind. And they hold particular significance for the US Army's Rangers. And I have no doubt Pat Tillman and his comrades lived by those words. So, it is fitting that I end with them and make a promise on behalf of all of us at the Invictus Games Foundation. No matter the road ahead, we are here for you. We will leave no one behind. Thank you.